This story is about a black waitress named Naya. Her manager drags her toward the staff bathroom. He thinks she is alone. He does not know her husband is close. Her husband is a quiet mafia boss, and he is already watching. If you like strong women, sharp twists, and justice, subscribe to the Black Girl Narrative. Turn on the bell so you never miss a story. The hallway light hums. The staff bathroom door shakes on an old hinge. The manager, Rick, stands too close. His hand, rough and pale, closes around Nia's wrist. He thinks the busy diner will hide him. He thinks the clatter of plates will cover his voice. He thinks no one will know. He is wrong. Nia is small but steady. Her black curls are tied back. Her apron is clean because she keeps it clean. She moves fast, remembers orders, and smiles when people are kind. She is tired from a long shift, but she is not weak. She looks at Rick's hand. She looks at the door. She breathes in, slow and deep. Rick whispers like he owns the air. "Just a minute," he says. His whisper tries to sound soft, but it pushes like a heavy door. He pulls her a little past the frame. The bathroom light flickers. A pipe clicks in the wall. The mirror shows half of Nia's face, eyes clear, jaw set. 10 seconds ago, the diner felt normal. Forks scrape plates. Coffee pours. A game plays on a small TV above the counter. Outside, a black SUV stops at the curb. The engine goes silent. Headlights go dark. The street holds its breath. Nia's phone rests in her apron. The lock screen shows 2 hands with simple wedding rings. Sunlight on brown skin. Her thumb knows the pattern. Her thumb knows the emergency button, too. She does not look down. She keeps her eyes on Rick. She knows a hunter relaxes when prey looks away. She will not look away. Rick leans in. "We should talk," he says. In private, Nia does not move. She thinks like a camera. See the exit sign behind him. See the yellow wet floor sign. See the mop bucket wheel. See the spare key on the wall hook. Every small thing could help. Every small thing is a choice. From the dining room, a cup rattles on a saucer. That sound comes from Lena, the other waitress. Lena saw Rick block the hall. She does not shout. She does not leave. She taps her phone twice, record, pocket, eyes forward. In the hallway, Nia speaks. Her voice is even. "Let go." Rick smiles without warmth. "Don't make this big," he says. His words try to press her down. He tugs again, just one step, but the door swings wider. The mirror catches his jaw tight and flat. He wears a manager tag and he thinks a tag is power. Nia's shoulder brushes the rough frame. A small splinter bites her skin. She stands taller. "I said let go." He hears steel in her tone and blinks. The surprise lasts 1 second. Then his face hardens. "You owe me," he says. "After all I do for you." In the dining room, the TV laughs at a bright ad. Plates clink. A baby cries once and sleeps. Danger loves normal. It hides inside everyday sound. Nia turns her wrist, not fast, just smart. His grip loosens a little. She takes back 1 inch. To most people, an inch is small. To her, an inch is a door opening. "I'm going back to work now," she says. Rick leans closer. No. Outside, the SUV waits. Inside it, a phone screen glows with one name, Naya. A calm man holds the phone. His suit is neat. His watch is simple and silver. He studies the front door. He studies the dark window of the shop next door. He studies the alley that runs behind the building. He listens to the street. He has learned that silence tells the truth. The hallway light flickers again. The mirror shows Naya's wedding ring, plain and bright. Rick sees it and laughs. "He's not here," he says, like winning means locking a door. Nia does not answer. A small, strange smile touches her mouth. Not joy, not fear, knowledge. The SUV door opens with a soft click. A shoe touches the curb. The calm man steps out. He does not rush. He is exact. He walks toward the diner. Rick's fingers tighten, a stubborn last try to own this minute. "You're staying," he says. Nia lifts her chin. She thinks of the rings, the sunlight, the promise. She thinks of morning coffee and easy laughter. She thinks of quiet strength. She says one word, "No." The word is light, but it rings. It moves through the hall under the door into the clatter and steam. It reaches the bell above the entrance. The door opens. The bell rings. A calm voice travels down the hallway, smooth as a straight road. "Is there a problem, manager?" The diner breathes like a living thing. Cups kiss saucers. Coffee fog rises and fades. Neon letters blink in the front window. "Open." But the light flickers like the sign is telling a secret. Nia ties her apron tighter. Her hands are steady. Her mind is clear. She moves table to table with small, quiet grace. She writes orders fast. She smiles when people are kind. She keeps distance when they are not. She is careful. She is always careful. Rick, the manager, stands by the register. He does not look at the bills. He looks at Nia. His eyes move the way a cold draft moves under a door. Slow, sneaky, unwanted. He taps the counter with a pen. Tap, tap, tap. The sound is a clock that belongs to him. He wants everyone to hear it. Lena wipes a clean counter again. She sees Rick's eyes. She does not like them. She presses her lips together and keeps working. She slips a tiny recorder app to her home screen, closer to her thumb. A delivery guy pushes the door with his back and rolls in a crate of bottled water. He leans toward Lena and whispers, 3 black sedans down the block. Same plates, all 1 number off. Weird, no? He winks like it's a joke. But his eyes are not laughing. Lena nods and glances at Nia. Nia hears, but she does not turn her head. She places a plate in front of a trucker. Enjoy, she says, soft and warm. Then she moves on. On the wall behind the counter, a small CCTV screen shows 4 boxes of live video. Front door, aisle, grill, office door. The staff bathroom is not covered. There is a blind spot at the end of the back hall. Everyone knows it. No one says it. The camera in the back used to work. Now it waits on parts. The little red light stays dark. The dark light feels like a lie with a plug. Nia's phone buzzes once in her apron. A message from Marcus. How's your night, Star? She replies fast. Busy long. Another buzz. Need me? She thinks for half a breath. She types, I'm fine. Then she erases fine. She writes, almost done. See you soon. Marcus sends one more message. It is not words. It is a black heart emoji and a small silver watch emoji. 2 symbols. Their private code. Black heart means I'm close. Watch means I am on time. I'm watching the clock. Nia's eyes soften for a moment. Then they go steady again. Rick steps closer to the pass window. Short on staff tonight, he says to no one but really to her. Might need a helper in the back. His voice is smooth on top. The bottom of it is ice. Nia says, we're good out here. Her tone is simple. No anger, no fear. A wall you can't see. Table 6 calls for the check. Nia rings it up. The printer chatters. The paper curls up like a white tongue. She tears it free. The bell over the door rings. A couple enters. The man's jacket is cheap but pressed. The woman's nails are neat and short. They sit by the window, backs to the glass. Outside, fog curls along the street. A black SUV idles 3 doors down. Its engine is very quiet, the way a cat is quiet when it watches birds. A driver sits inside. He taps his fingers once on the wheel and then stops. He listens to the block breathing. He watches the door. He is there to wait. He likes waiting. Waiting tells truths. Back at the counter, Lena whispers, You good? She does not say Nia's name. She does not say Rick's name. She does not say bathroom, hallway, blind spot. The words stay in her mouth. But her eyes are loud. Nia nods. Yes. Then softly, stay near the phone. The cook, Gino, turns eggs with a quick wrist. He is a big man with a soft heart and a louder laugh. He keeps a picture of his kids under the glass by the grill. He does not like the way Rick stands too close to people. He does not like it at all. He watches the little CCTV screen with the dead red light. He flips an omelet like a coin and says to himself, Parts, huh? Rick walks to the end of the counter and pretends to check a stack of napkins. He speaks like he is half asleep. Nia, after you drop table 9, meet me in the back. Quick talk. Nia says nothing. She places water at table 3. She picks up a dropped fork at table 2. She counts change for table 9. She hears the words meet me and back. She places those words on a shelf in her head. She does not let them touch her. The neon open sign flickers again. This time it stays dim for a full second. The front door glass shows a faint reflection of the street. If you look close, you can see 2 men standing by a closed shop 3 doors down. They are not smoking. They are not talking. They are facing different directions. That is a thing trained people do. Nia carries a tray past the back hallway and stops. The air there is colder. The floor smells like bleach and old lemons. The staff bathroom door is half closed. The metal latch is slightly bent like someone once slammed it. The hallway light hums but does not flicker now. It burns steady, white and false like a grin you cannot trust. She steps back into the main room. A little boy at table 4 waves at her. She waves back. He giggles and hides in his mother's coat sleeve. Normal life moves on. That is the mask Danger likes to wear. Lena slides a small slip of paper under Nia's hand as she passes. On it is a number. 4 digits. The last 4 of a phone. Their code from months ago, made in a quiet moment in the alley while they threw out coffee grounds. It means I am recording. You are not alone. Nia folds the paper without looking. She tucks it under the edge of her order pad. Rick steps into the back hall with a cloth in his hand like he is going to wipe something. He does not look at the cloth. He looks at Nia with the eyes of a man who thinks the hallway is his. He tips his chin. Just a little. A command disguised as a nod. Nia feels a prickle under her skin. Not fear, something else. The way air feels before thunder. She takes one more order. Burger, no pickles. Fries, extra crisp. She writes it slow, buying seconds, building a shape in her mind. She goes to the register and hits a key. It looks like any key. It is not any key. Gino added a thing months ago, a simple trick for Danger. Tap twice, hold once. The receipt printer spits a blank strip. The kitchen light does a tiny blink. Only Gino would notice. Gino notices. He turns off the radio. He sets his spatula down. He wipes his hands slowly. He lifts his chin toward the back hall. The delivery guy pulls the door again with his elbow. Forgot a box, he calls. He leans toward Gino at the pass. Same sedan still out there. He lowers his voice. Your boss expecting VIPs? He smiles like a joke again. Gino does not smile back. Nia's phone buzzes. She does not take it out. She glances at the lock screen from the apron edge. Marcus, 2 minutes, then the black heart. Then the watch. Close. On time. She breathes once. Slow. Her heartbeat calms. Not because Danger is gone, but because the plan is here. She places a glass of water at table 7 and turns to the back hall. She does not rush. She does not slow. She moves like a line drawn with a ruler. Rick waits in the hallway's mouth. Now, he says soft. The cloth is still in his hand. It is clean and pointless. Nia stops just outside the shadow. She is still in the restaurant light. She says, we can speak here. Rick's jaw tightens. Back, he says, one word. A door swinging shut. Gino clears his throat loud. Lena drops a spoon on purpose. It clatters, bright and sharp. 2 normal sounds. 2 signals. Outside, the black SUV's engine goes silent. The driver steps out with his phone in his hand. He is not in a hurry. He is very calm. He checks the street like he is reading a page. Front door, alley, roofline, reflections in glass. He sees what most people miss. He moves to the diner door. Rick takes 1 step into the shadow. He thinks shadows make him larger. He thinks shadows make him safe. He says, back. Nia looks at the dead red light on the small camera box. She looks at Lena's eyes. She looks at Gino's shoulders. She looks at the front door. The bell above the door lifts on its spring. Almost ready? Nia says in a clear voice, not loud, not soft. A voice made of stone and sun. If you have words, say them where everyone can hear. The bell rings. A calm voice, steady as a line drawn with ink, crosses the diner and slides down the hall. Good evening. Nia does not turn. Rick does. The calm voice continues, polite and cool. I was looking for my wife. Rick's face changes. Not much. Just enough for anyone watching to see it. Nia's eyes do not move. Her hand under the order pad taps the paper with the 4 digits. She is not alone. The hallway is not his. The night is not his. And the next minute will not be either. The bell is still shaking from the last ring. The calm voice has settled in the air like cool rain. People feel it even if they don't know why. The diner returns to normal sounds, forks, cups, low talk, but nothing is normal now. Not really. Nia stands in the light with her order pad. Rick stands at the mouth of the back hall, shadow touching his shoes. The calm man from the door, Marcus, takes 1 step inside, then stops. He is not blocking anyone. He is not loud. He is simply there like a pillar the room forgot it needed. Evening, Marcus says again, softer. He looks at Nia, not at Rick. His eyes ask a small question, are you safe? Nia blinks once, yes, for this second. Then she turns to table 7 and sets down a plate. She does her job because that is her power. She chooses her steps. Rick clears his throat. We'll talk later. he tells Nia, like a promise he plans to bend. He smiles at Marcus, thin and fake. Welcome to... Marcus does not look at him. He looks at the CCTV screen with 4 little boxes. One red light is dead. He notices it and says nothing. Lena slides past Nia and whispers, "Check the alley camera." Her lips barely move. Nia nods like she heard nothing and floats to table 5. She pours coffee. She says, "Fresh and hot." Her voice is soft, but her eyes are reading the room like a book with sharp pages. Gino turns down the grill heat 2 clicks. He wipes his hands. He glances at the order spike. He keeps the pass window clear. He is ready to move and he is ready to stop. A cook can be both. The delivery guy pops the door again. "Yo, strange parking tonight," he says to no one in particular. 2 sedans stayed. 1 more circling. He laughs like it's a joke shared with the ceiling. He leaves, the door shuts. The bell goes still. Nia's phone buzzes in her apron. She does not take it out. She knows what it will say. Later. One word they use when many eyes are listening. A new table sits by the window. 2 men in work boots, clean but worn. They talk with their heads down. They are not loud. They do not look at anyone. Every few seconds, one of them glances at the glass and does not blink. That is not normal. That is training. Nia walks the aisle and feels the floor. One board near the back squeaks. Another does not. The squeak can be a signal if she needs it. She files that away. She counts steps from the register to the hall, from the hall to the exit. She could walk it with her eyes closed now. Marcus moves to a corner booth that sees everything. He sits where a pillar hides him from the street but gives him the whole diner in reflection. He takes out his phone. He scrolls. He is not scrolling. He is watching the stainless steel napkin holders shine. He can see the back hall in it, small and warped but enough. Rick pretends to fix the napkin dispenser at the counter. His hands are steady but his neck shows a small pulse. He watches Nia's path and tries to step into it. He fails once. He fails twice. He steps back and waits like a hunter in tall grass. Lena taps a spoon against a glass. Tiny, tiny 3 taps. Their code from a rainy night. "You are watched. You are not alone." Nia answers with the squeaky board. Step, squeak, step, step. "I hear you." A child laughs at table 4. "Mom, the bell," he says. The mother shushes him, smiling. She does not know the bell is now a clock for other things. The CCTV screen shows the front door, the aisle, the grill, the office door. The office door camera winks once, twice, static, back to normal. Someone is testing something. Gino sees it. He looks at the small breaker box high on the wall. He knows which switch hums and which switch lies. He puts a towel on his shoulder like he always does when he's about to do something useful. Nia finally lifts her phone under the order pad and glances without moving her head. A message from Marcus. 2 outside, 1 in. Don't go alone. She types a reply with her thumb against the pad cardboard. He wants backhaul. Marcus. Public only. She. Copy. Rick brushes close to her shoulder. Too close, like he wants the whole diner to be a hallway. Need a word, he says. Now Nia places a check on table 9. We can speak here. Her tone is simple, a door with a lock. Rick looks at the customers, then at her. His mouth makes a smile that is not a smile. You think you're safe because it's busy? The words are a whisper, but the shape of them is big, bigger than him. Nia's eyes do not move from the check she is printing. I think I am not alone, she says. It is not a threat. It is a fact. Rick leans in. We'll see. He steps back, then walks down the hall like he is leaving, but his shoes stop just past the corner where the camera cannot see. He waits. Waiting is a shape too, and now he wears it. The 2 men in work boots by the window pay in cash and leave. They do not go far. Their shadows stay on the glass like ghosts who forgot the door. Marcus's phone does not leave his hand. He dials without looking. He does not raise it to his ear. He lets it ring twice, then ends the call. Across the street, a streetlight blinks and goes steady. That is not a light problem. That is a signal returned. Nia refills water at table 3. Her hand is still. Her voice is warm. Her eyes slide past the back hall. The staff bathroom door is closed now. It was half open before. The latch shows a fresh scratch, a small white bite in old metal. The scratch did not exist 5 minutes ago. Lena drifts to the jukebox and pretends to choose a song. Her phone, face down on top of the jukebox, is recording. The little camera sees a slice of the hall. It is not perfect, but it is something. Gino reaches under the pass and pulls a small paper bag half out, then pushes it back. Inside the bag is a cheap whistle on a string, the kind kids win at fairs. If he pulls it out and blows, it will be funny and loud and impossible to ignore. He hopes he won't need it. He is ready to need it. From the alley, a bottle breaks. Sharp, high, sudden. Everyone looks up for a breath. Everyone looks away again because city sounds are always breaking something. Nia does not look. She listens to the after sound. Footsteps, no, the quiet after. The kind of quiet that has eyes. Rick steps back into the light like nothing happened. Nia, he says, smile back on. A moment. In the office, paperwork. Nia shakes her head. Later, with Lena present. She says it like a menu item, simple and non-negotiable. Rick's eyes flash, then go flat. Sure, he says. But his neck pulse jumps again. A phone rings near the register. Not Nia's, not Lena's. The sound is old, like a landline buried under years. No one uses that phone. It rings again. 3 times, 4. Gino looks at it, then at Rick. Rick does not move. Nia walks to the phone and picks it up. She does not speak. She listens. There is breathing. Slow. Careful. Nia, a man's voice says, far and sanded down by distance. Not Marcus. Not a regular. Back hallway, now alone. She does not answer. She lowers the receiver, covers the mouthpiece with her palm, and turns so the sound goes into her shoulder. She speaks like she is asking for ketchup. Who is this? The line clicks off. Nia hangs up. She looks at Marcus. He does not ask. He nods once. I heard it. Lena's phone vibrates and shows a name unknown. She rejects the call. It rings again. She rejects it again. It stops. The jukebox hums. Rick wipes a clean counter. Customers first, he says, cold sugar in his tone. Nia smiles at table 2. More napkins, she asks. She places them neatly. She turns the corner toward the back. Not into the hall, just near it. She stops where the camera can still see her shoulder. She takes out a small rubber band from her pocket and drops it by accident. It rolls into the mouth of the hall. She kneels to pick it up and looks once down the corridor. At the far end, the staff bathroom door is still closed. The light under it is off. Next to the door, the wall shows a fresh, wet wipe mark, like someone cleaned a spot in a hurry. A small dark shoe scuff points toward the door. Small details, big meaning. She stands. She does not step forward. She steps back into the light. She meets Marcus's eyes in the napkin holder reflection. He nods barely. Not now. Not alone. The landline rings again. 1 ring, 2. It stops. The neon open sign dips and returns. The air feels like the second before thunder. Rick leans on the counter. We all have to do our part, he says to the room, but he is only talking to her. Nia takes a breath. She presses her thumb against her phone 3 times fast, 1 time long. Emergency ping. Silent sent. The phone screen stays dark. Outside, a car door opens in soft rhythm. Not the sedan. The SUV. The driver steps out with a second person behind him. A woman this time, in a simple coat, hair tied back, eyes clear. She stands by the door and looks at the sign, then at the alley, then at the reflection of the back hall in the window glass. She sees enough. Nia turns toward the counter. Lena, she says, like she is asking for sugar packets. Stay here with me. Rick lifts his head. No, he says, too fast. Lena, take your break. Lena does not move. Marcus speaks, polite as a clean blade. No one takes a break. The room holds still, and then from the back hallway, the staff bathroom door handle moves, just a tiny click, like a breath taken by someone who waited too long. Nia does not step back. She steps forward, 1 measured step, into the edge of shadow. The staff bathroom handle clicks again, a tiny sound like a coin touching glass. The hallway light stays steady. No flicker now. Steady light can lie. Nia steps to the edge of shadow. Not in, not out. 1 shoe in light, 1 shoe in dim. She hears her own breath, even and slow. She keeps her hands free. Her order pad rests on the counter behind her. If she needs it, Lena will slide it back like a baton. Rick is already in the hallway. He leans on the wall with the clean cloth still in his hand. The cloth is a prop. He does not look at it. He looks at Nia. His smile is thin. It is a door key he thinks will fit every lock. Now, he says, softer than the hum of the light. Quick talk. 2 minutes, Nia answers from the border. We speak here. Rick's eyes flick to the CCTV screen and back. The back camera is dead. The bathroom door sits in the blind spot. He knows it. He planned for it. He taps the cloth against the wall slow. Tap, 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 a metronome for a trap. Lena stands at the register and stacks napkins that do not need stacking. Her phone is flat against the metal cup of straws, camera up, angled to catch Nia's shoulder in the first feet of the hall. It is not enough, but it is something. Gino rolls his neck and sets a plate under the heat lamp. His thumb rests on the whistle under the pass. He does not want to use it. He will if he must. Marcus sits in the corner booth with the pillar at his back. His eyes do not leave Nia. He reads the mirrors. He reads the chrome. He reads the silence. He sees the bathroom door only in the napkin holder reflection, small and warping. The handle is still. For now. Outside, the SUV passengers stand apart like street signs. The woman in the simple coat looks at her phone, then lifts her gaze to the diner's glass. Her lips move, counting seconds. The driver's hands rest easy. His weight is on his heels, not his toes. That means patience. That means nothing panics them yet. Nia lifts her chin. Say your words, she tells Rick. Say them here. Rick's smile holds, but his eyes shift. He takes one slow step and another, moving sideways to put his shoulder between Nia and the dining room, like a cloud sliding in front of a small sun. He keeps his voice warm. I need you to sign a form, he says. It's private. Office and back, now bring it here, Nia says. Can't, Rick says. Rules. Behind Nia, the landline phone gives a single short ring. Not a full call. A bump, a test. Someone wants to know who moves when sound touches the room. No one moves. A chair leg scrapes tile near the window. The couple looks up and goes back to their soup. The TV laughs at a joke. The neon open flickers once and holds. Life pretends it does not see. Nia's phone buzzes in her apron, one pulse long. She does not pull it out. The message will be short. She knows the shape, public only. Or wait, or on my mark. She does not need to read it to obey it. She is obeying herself. Rick tilts his head. Come on, he says, softer. Don't make a scene. Nia touches the wall with her fingertips, just the paint. A scene is what keeps people safe, she says. People see. People remember. His smile breaks for a second, like ice cracking under a foot. You think anyone here will help you? He whispers like a dare. You think they'll take your side? Nia does not blink. I think people know what wrong looks like, she says, even when it's quiet. From the kitchen, Gino clears his throat. From the register, Lena taps the drawer closed. One clean snap. 2 normal sounds. 2 lines drawn. Rick glances down the hall. The bathroom door handle moves again, a tiny shiver. He nods like he is nodding to himself, and his face goes blank for a breath. That blank face is dangerous. It is the face you wear when a decision is already made. He moves fast, 1 step, 2, and lifts his free hand as if to point at something behind Nia. Look, he says, loud enough to tilt heads at table 3. Nia does not turn. His other hand shoots for her wrist. She moves first. She does not jerk back. She steps in, not away, making his reach too long, his balance wrong. Her forearm comes up, strong and simple, a bar across air. His fingers close on nothing. The cloth drops. It lands in the border between light and shadow. His face shows surprise, only for a blink. Then anger. Anger makes him clumsy. He reaches again. Lena speaks, bright and clear, as if calling an order. Nia, do you want me to bring the camera to you? The word camera is a bell. Heads turn. Rick freezes half a breath. Nia uses the half breath. She slides sideways back into full light. Yes, she says. Bring it. Across the diner, Marcus stands. He does not stride. He does not stalk. He walks exact and quiet along the booths to the end of the counter. He is close enough to step in. He does not step in, not yet. His power is a weight on the air. Rick forces a smile back onto his mouth. Misunderstanding, he says, to the room, to the ceiling, to the fake safety that likes lies. Then we speak in the light, Nia says. The bathroom door opens a crack. Just a crack. Enough to see a slice of tile. Enough to feel the cold air slide out. A shoe toe shows in the gap. Black, polished. Not a cook's shoe. Not a waiter's. Not a customer's sneaker. Nia's eyes flick to it and away. The angle is wrong for Rick's foot. Someone else is in that room. Someone wanted the handle sound to pull her in. Someone is part of this. Rick says the wrong sentence. No one is in there. Lena hears it. Gino hears it. Marcus hears it. Everyone who was not sure is sure now. Gino's hand finds the whistle. He does not blow it, not yet. His thumb presses it till the plastic bends. Marcus's phone rests on the counter. His finger taps the screen twice. Somewhere outside, no sound changes. But the woman in the simple coat lifts her chin and moves one step left. The driver shifts his weight forward. Both look at the alley. Both look back. Both keep their hands visible. They are a promise. We are close. We will not rush. We will not fail. Nia takes one small step toward the crack in the door. She stops at the line where the camera still sees her shoulder. Lena, she says, stay on my right. Got you, Lena says, voice steady. Rick moves to block the hall. Marcus is there first, not touching, not crowding, only placing his body where Rick's path shrinks to nothing. Marcus's voice is calm, a lake with depth. Manager, he says, polite enough to cut. If you have paperwork, bring it. If you have business, do it here. Rick's jaw flexes. You don't run this place. I don't, Marcus says. But I know how rooms work. He tips his head toward the bathroom crack. That room is closed until the police arrive. The word police pulls the air tight. Someone at table 6 coughs. The child at table 4 looks between faces like the diner is a stage and the play just got real. Rick laughs once. It sounds like a fork thrown in a sink. Police for what? For your mistake, Marcus says. The bathroom door opens another inch. A voice inside, low and flat, tries to be casual. Pipe leak, boss. I was checking. Rick's eyes flash panic, then go dull. He shrugs like this is normal. Maintenance, he lies, too quick. Old building. Name? Marcus asks the door, still polite. Since you are staff. Silence. Gino says into the air, not looking at anyone. We don't have maintenance at night. The silence thickens. Nia steps forward again. She stops a breath before shadow. She speaks to the unknown man like she speaks to customers, clear, fair, firm. Sir, please step into the light. Nothing moves for 2 heartbeats, then a man steps out, mid-30s, clean jacket, quiet eyes that move too much. He holds a rag like he has a right to it. He smiles the wrong way. Evening, he says. No one answers. Nia looks at his shoes again, polished, hard soles. He is not from here. He is from outside. He is from the sedans. He is not in the system. He is noise trying to look like a note. Marcus studies the man and says nothing. He lifts his phone. He snaps one picture. Flash off. The click is a small sound. It sounds like a lock turning. The man's jaw tightens. Only a little. The kind of little that matters. Rick shifts on his feet. His plan is bleeding in front of him. He pushes for speed now, a bad choice. Nia, back room, now. Nia does not move. The child at table 4 drops a spoon again and laughs. The laugh is a spark in dry grass. Gino raises the whistle and puts it between his teeth. Rick reaches. Nia's hand comes up. Rick grabs her wrist. The whistle screams, high, bright, childish, and terrible, cutting through the diner, through the TV laugh, through the neon hum, through every excuse. The polished shoe man flinches. The SUV door opens outside. Marcus doesn't raise his voice. He doesn't need to. Let go, he says. It is not a request. It is gravity. For 1 second, no one breathes. The wrong turn is complete. The whistle screams. It is too bright, too high, too young for this room. It cuts the air like glass. Forks stop. The TV goes quiet. Or maybe no one hears it now. The neon open sign hums hard, as if it wants to hide. Rick's fingers lock on Nia's wrist. Nia does not pull back. She turns her arm, small and sure, the way a key turns. His grip loosens. She takes back 1 inch, then 1 more. She stands straight. Let go, she says. Marcus is already moving. Not fast, exact. He steps between the hall and the dining room, a human door that opens only for light. He does not touch Rick. He does not need to. He brings the room to stillness by being still. Let go, Marcus repeats. The words fall like a weight. They land on Rick's hand. Rick's jaw works. The polished shoe man shifts his feet, eyes sliding to the exit. The woman outside taps the glass with 1 knuckle, twice, then folds her hands again. The driver looks at the alley, calm, ready. Gino kills the radio with a slap. He reaches up and flips one breaker. The diner floods with white. No shadows now. No safe corners. The bathroom door glows like a lie under a flashlight. Lena lifts her phone higher. Audio and video, she says, steady and clear. Timestamp on. Customers freeze in their seats. The child at table 4 puts his palms on his ears and watches with wide eyes like the world just turned into a movie. Rick's fingers twitch. For a second he tightens the last stubborn inch, then he lets go. Nia steps back into full light. She does not rub her wrist. She does not look down. She looks at him. Only that. She says nothing. Her silence is heavy and clean. Rick laughs once. It is too loud. It breaks in the middle. Misunderstanding, he says to the room. She tripped. He gestures at the floor. The floor does not answer. Marcus's eyes stay on Rick. Calm, cold, patient. We are done with hallways, he says. We speak in the open. The polished shoe man smiles thin. Boss, we're losing time, he murmurs toward Rick like a friend. His hand dips toward his pocket. The woman at the door taps the glass again. A firm triplet. Tap, tap, tap. Her head tilts. Don't. Marcus does not look at her. Hands where we can see them, he says, still gentle. Everyone. Lena's voice is a quick breath. Nia, behind the counter. Naya steps behind the counter. She is not hiding. She is choosing ground with witnesses and cameras. She places her palms on the metal edge. Steady. Gino sets a pan down with care. Rick, he says, eyes on the grill. We don't have maintenance at night. We don't have boss here. We have you. Explain. Rick opens his mouth. Nothing good comes out. Paperwork, he tries again, a smaller word now. Office. Marcus takes out his phone. He presses one button. He speaks to the screen the way he speaks to doors that should open. Put me on with counsel. He does not raise his voice. He does not leave the room with his body. The room comes to him. A click. A calm lawyer voice, tinny and close. Marcus, I'm here. Live incident, Marcus says. Workplace harassment. Witnesses present. Camera status noted. Please call police and stay on. Calling now, says the voice. Rick lifts his chin. This is my place, he snaps. The last small flag of a small hill. This is a workplace, Marcus answers. And she is my wife. Every head in the diner hears the word wife and understands the shape of the night. The polished shoe man tries a soft move toward the bathroom door. Marcus's hand rises, not to hit, not to grab, only to draw a clear line in the air. Stay, he says. The man stops, not because he wants to, because he has met a line. Lena speaks for the room. Nia, do you want me to call too? Yes, Nia says. Short. Firm. Call. Lena dials with her thumb. I'm reporting an incident at... She gives the name, the address, the word manager, the word grabbed, the word recorded. She does not say mafia. She says witnesses. She says we are safe for now. Gino pulls the whistle from his mouth and hangs it on the pass hook, where everyone can see it. He picks up a heavy pan with one hand and wipes the other hand on his apron, slow. He is not a guard. He is a cook. But he is also a wall. Rick tries to smile at a customer. The customer does not smile back. People know wrong when it stands on 2 feet. The landline rings. One sharp burst, stops. Starts again. Marcus looks at it.
He does not move. The sound dies. Nia takes a breath. The breath is not for fear. It is for focus. She speaks to Rick in a voice that would not spill coffee. You will not touch me again. Rick's face flickers. You can't. I can, she says.
And I did. The lawyer's voice comes from Marcus's speaker. Police en route, 2 minutes. The voice pauses. Do not escalate. Marcus's mouth curves, not a smile. Something colder. We won't, he says. We are light. The polished shoe man looks at the door, then at Rick. He is measuring exits. He is measuring stories he will tell later. He is measuring whether tonight is worth it. The woman outside steps to the side and opens the diner door a slice. The bell rings, small and bright. She does not enter. She sets one card on the door frame. The card is white. It says nothing but a phone number and a tiny black heart. She closes the door again and steps back. The number stays where anyone can read it. Help if you need. Witness if you want. Lena's camera catches the card. She pans, slow. Evidence breathes. Rick tries to rebuild his face. Look, he says to Nia, softer now, almost pleading. We can settle this. No need for what? Marcus asks. His eyes do not blink. Consequences? Rick swallows. His hands open and close. He wants the bathroom door, the blind spot, the dark camera. He cannot reach any of them. Daylight is a cage he never trained for. Gino shifts his weight. Food's getting cold, he says to the tables, like, the room needs the sentence to stay human. A woman at table 6 lifts her fork. We're fine, she says, and finds Nia with her eyes. It is a small, bright thing, a stranger choosing a side. Nia's phone buzzes. She glances. A message from Marcus, even though he stands 5 feet away. Breathe. Another. You're leading. The words settle her like a hand on a shoulder. Outside, the first distant siren sighs, the beginning of a line drawn from somewhere far to right here. Rick hears it. His eyes go hard again. His shoulders lift, then drop. He makes one last bad choice. He steps fast, trying to slip around Marcus, trying to cut the angle, trying to reach Nia before the room closes. Marcus does not grab him. Marcus steps in, a half step, perfect and quiet, and the space is gone. Rick has nowhere to go but back. Stop, Marcus says. Rick stops. The polished shoe man shifts again, restless now. His mouth opens. Marcus turns his head just enough to let the man see his eyes. You, Marcus says, as if reading a label. Wait. The man waits. His body obeys before his mind agrees. Some orders are old and live in the bones. The siren grows, not loud yet, but steady. The woman outside nods once, almost to herself. Lena draws a deep breath and firms her shoulders. Nia, she says, tell the room what happened. Her voice is not shaky. It is strong. It gives Nia a stage and a shield at the same time. Nia looks at the customers. She looks at Gino. She looks at the little boy at table 4, who has stopped covering his ears. She speaks in simple words, clean and slow. The manager grabbed me, she says. He pulled me toward the back. I said no. He did not stop. I am safe now. We called the police. Please stay if you can. Your eyes help. A murmur of yes moves through the diner. Chairs settle, spines straighten. People choose to witness. Rick's mouth opens and closes like a fish pulled into air. You can't. This is slander. He grabs at big words that cannot carry him. Marcus's phone lights. The lawyer again. Police 1 minute out. Keep all parties where they are. Understood, Marcus says. He pockets the phone. He looks at Rick as if measuring the last inch of a board. He lowers his voice, quiet enough for only close ears. Listen to me carefully. This ends without you touching anyone again. It ends with you speaking to officers and a lawyer. It does not end your way. Rick's eyes flick to the bathroom door. The polished shoe man stares at the floor. The landline rings a 3rd time. Marcus looks at it, then at Gino. Gino rips the cord from the wall. The ring dies mid-sound. The room exhales. Outside, red washes the glass, slow at first, then stronger. Tires touch curb. Doors open, calm and professional. Shoes hit pavement without hurry. The woman outside steps back, hands visible, chin down. Inside, everything holds still. Marcus steps half a pace to the side so officers will see the hallway clear. He is not hiding. He is arranging the truth. Nia lifts her chin, Her voice is steady. Lena, stand with me. I'm here, Lena says. Gino rests the heavy pan on the stove and folds his arms. He is a wall and a witness. Rick looks at the front door like a man looking at weather he cannot stop. For the first time, he understands the shape of the next hour. The bathroom door, still ajar, whispers a tiny sound as its hinge cools. The polished shoe man closes it with 2 fingers and steps away from it, palms open. He has read the room. He has read the siren. The bell over the door gives one polite ring as 2 officers step inside. The diner becomes brighter without changing light. Marcus lowers his hands, empty and plain. He nods to Naya. She nods back. The room is hers. Officer, Marcus says, voice level. We have a report. We have witnesses. We have video. The officer's pen is ready. Start at the beginning. Nia breathes in, slow. She opens her mouth, and outside, a second car pulls up. Suits, not police. Men who do not rush. Men who do not smile. Power is changing hands. Blue shirts step in. Pens ready. Voices calm. The diner air changes shape without moving. It is the feeling a room gets when someone finally opens a window. Naya stands straight behind the counter. Lena beside her, phone steady. Gino at the pass, arms crossed, jaw set. Marcus a half step off the hallway, not blocking, not backing down. Rick at the edge of light, face pale where his smile used to live. The polished shoe man has his palms open like he wants to be air. Evening, the first officer says. He is tall, eyes clear, voice even. Who called? I did, Lena says, lifting her phone. Audio and video. Timestamp on. I did, Marcus adds, tapping his screen. Counsel on the line. Naya's voice is steady. I need to report my manager. He grabbed me. The officer nods once. We'll take statements. No one leaves. The bell rings again, soft, polite, as 2 men in suits step in behind the officers. Not loud, not slow, exact. The shorter one shows a badge wallet without flashing it like a movie. We're with the owner, he says to the officers. Corporate compliance. We were nearby. Rick blinks. You called them? Marcus does not answer. He did not need to. The world is small when proof is large. The tall officer raises a palm. We control the room. The suits nod and step to the side. They are not here to run it. They are here to watch it be run. Marcus steps back 1 shoe length so every path is clean. He speaks low, respectful. Officer, the camera at the back appears offline, he says. There's a blind spot in the hallway. We kept all contact in public view. Good, the officer says, writing. He turns to Naya. Ma'am? Nia breathes in once. The air tastes like coffee and fresh metal. The taste rooms get when they are telling the truth. In simple words, clean and slow, she speaks. He pulled my wrist, she says. He tried to take me down the hall. I said no. He did not stop until others saw. Anyone else touch you? The officer asks. No, Nia says. Only him. The officer nods. Any injury? Nia looks at her skin. A faint red band circles her wrist like a sunset that didn't win. It burns, she says. I'm okay. Photo, the officer says to his partner. Click. Lena lifts her phone higher. I recorded audio from the first moment he blocked her, she says. And this... She pans to the small white card on the doorframe, the one with a number and a tiny black heart. A witness left a contact. The short suit clears his throat. We are implementing 0 tolerance, he says. He is careful with his words, careful with the officers. If staff confirms, his access ends now. Rick finds his voice. It runs when it should walk. This is a setup, he says. She's making it a big deal for nothing. We're short on staff. I asked for help. Gino's head tilts. Help in the bathroom? His voice is soft. His eyes are not. The polished shoe man tries to shrink. The tall officer sees him anyway. You, he says. Name, a beat. Then, Cal. Not a last name. Full name. The officer says. Silence hangs like a coat on a nail. Marcus looks at Cal's shoes, then at his hands. Clean. No flour. No grease. He was never here to fix pipes. He was here to warp truth. The officer points to a chair. Sit, Cal sits. The chair sounds loud the way guilt does. The landline on the wall is dead, cord pulled by Gino. The room is quiet in a new way, like a stage between acts. The neon open holds steady, brave, and tired. Marcus puts his phone on speaker. A calm lawyer voice fills just enough space. This is counsel. For the record, complainant Nia. Manager Rick. Third-party male unknown. Multiple witnesses. Offline camera at rear. Recording in progress. Police on site. The voice pauses. Advise all parties to remain present, Rick sags. I'm not under arrest, he mutters, weak defiance. Not yet, the tall officer says, honest and neutral. But you're not walking away either. The shorter officer steps to the bathroom door. He touches the hinge with 2 fingers. He looks at the handle scratch, fresh white against old metal. He kneels, studies the floor. One dark scuff points inward. Another outward. He stands. He is not guessing. He is counting. Manager Rick, the tall officer says. Hands on the counter. We're going to separate. What? Rick laughs, the fork and sink sound again. For what? For safety, the officer says. And for respect. Rick looks at the room like it betrayed him. He sees nothing he can move. He puts his hands on the counter. For the first time, they are still. Power moves. It does not shout. It changes where people stand. The short suit checks the POS screen, taps a key, and prints such a clean little thing. A paper strip with times. He hands it to the officer. These are her tasks and positions by time, he says. And his. The paper curls like a white witness. Marcus turns to the customers. Thank you for staying, he says, quiet. If anyone needs to leave, leave your number with the officers. We will not hold you. A woman at table 6 nods. We'll stay, she says. Her voice gives Nia a small wave of warmth. The boy at table 4 squeezes his mother's hand and whispers, she's brave. Kids know. Nia's phone buzzes. One message from Marcus even though he is near. Water. She drinks. The cup is cool. Her hands do not shake. She is not trying to be strong. She is strong. The tall officer looks at her. Do you want a medic to check your wrist? Nia thinks. She looks at the faint ring again. Yes, she says. Not because she is weak. Because her body matters. On the way, the officer says into his radio. Cal shifts in his chair. The short suit watches him like a clock watches seconds. Why were you in the bathroom? The suit asks. Cal's mouth makes a shape. No sound walks out. Don't answer him, Rick barks, reflex kicking his own chair. The officer lifts a brow. Rick's mouth shuts. The diner door opens a finger. The woman in the simple coat is still outside, hands visible. She looks in only for a breath, then looks away, guarding the sidewalk. She is not a storm. She is weather that says, somebody brought an umbrella. The tall officer's questions are clean. Who called whom? Who walked where? Who touched who? He is building a map. Every answer is a street. The map starts to show a city. Marcus does not dress himself in big words. He uses small ones that cannot be bent. I arrived, he says. I observed. I stayed in public view. I contacted counsel. I did not touch anyone. Correct, the officer's pen says. And you are? The short officer asks. Marcus, he says. He does not add the name people whisper in other rooms. He does not need to. He adds only one truth, her husband. The officer's eyes shift by a hair. Respect, not fear. The kind that belongs to a man who stands where he should. Rick tries one more door, the kind that is made of smoke. She is overreacting, he says to the officers. She always, stop, the tall officer says, not unkind. You can speak when it's your turn. Lena's thumb keeps the frame steady. She is breathing, but her breathing does not wobble. She was afraid before, now she is awake. Gino finally lets the grill sizzle again. The room needs the sound of eggs to remember it is a diner. He sets a plate under the heat lamp, an apology to a customer who stayed. The customer lifts a fork with a small smile like, we are all here for each other now. The door opens again. EMTs step in with a soft bag and softer voices. Who needs a look? One asks. Nia lifts her hand. The EMT takes a photo, then applies a cool pad and wraps a light bandage. White over brown skin, clean and sure. You did great, the EMT says, not as comfort but as truth. The short suit looks at Rick. Per policy, he says, words like a lock clicking. You are suspended effective now. Turn in keys. He holds out a small tray, the kind used for change. It looks too simple for power. Power like simple. Rick doesn't move. Marcus does not speak. He reaches into his jacket and removes nothing. He just reminds the air that silence can be heavy. Rick places his keys on the tray. One by one, the metal makes small final sounds. The tall officer looks at Cal. "You're coming with us to answer questions." Cal opens his mouth, then closes it. "Lawyer," he mutters. "Good plan," the officer says, neutral. "Stand up." Cal stands. His polished shoes don't shine anymore. Dirt found them. The officer turns to Nia. "Do you feel safe right now?" Nia looks at Lena, at Gino, at the woman outside, at the customers who stayed on purpose, at Marcus, who has not moved except to make space. She nods once. "Yes. Do you want a restraining order?" the short officer asks. He is not pushing. He is offering a door with a good hinge. "Yes," Nia says. "Please." "Noted," he says. He writes it like a promise. The suits step back to the wall and begin to call someone above them. Their faces are calm. Corporate machines move slowly and then all at once. Posters will change in the morning. Policies will stop pretending. Training will stop whispering. The room can feel tomorrow arriving like a quiet truck. Marcus finally speaks to Rick, not loud, not cruel. "You thought she was alone," he says. "You were wrong." He doesn't add anything sharp. He leaves the truth clean. Rick looks at the floor. Power has left him. It did not slam the door. It simply walked through a better one. The officers nod to Nia. "We'll finish statements at the station or here, your choice." "Here," Nia says. "For now." "Here is fine," the officer says. The bell over the door rings one more time as night air slides in and takes some of the heat. The child at table 4 whispers to his mother, "Is it over?" The mother says almost. The word is soft, but it lands. Lena lowers her phone. Her eyes shine, not with tears, but with purpose. "We did it," she says, small and fierce. Nia's bandaged wrist rests on the counter. She is tired. She is unbroken. The camera red light at the back is still dead, but it feels different now. Dead lights can be fixed. Blind spots can learn to see. Marcus's phone buzzes. The lawyer. Paperwork ready. "Officer will guide." Marcus types back one word. "Thanks." He pockets the phone and looks at Nia. He does not touch her. He lets her choose. She steps to him and lets her shoulder find his for a second. That is all. It is enough. Outside, the woman in the simple coat finally walks away, slow, easy. The driver follows. The sedans down the block blink once, twice, then melt into the street like ink into water. Night remembers how to be night. The tall officer closes his notebook. "We're moving to resolution," he says. "It is not drama. It is process," Nia exhales. The diner breathes with her. Morning does not rush. It slides into the diner like soft water, washing the night from the corners. The neon open sign finally rests. Sunlight takes that job now. Nia stands by the counter with a fresh bandage and a clear face. The officers finish their notes. The suits finish their calls. "Gino plates 2 omelets he promised hours ago." Lena wipes the same clean spot, smiling for the first time. Rick sits at a side table, hands quiet, keys gone. He looks small now, like a coat on a chair with no person inside. Cal stares at his polished shoes that do not shine anymore. The tall officer closes his notebook. "Here is what will happen," he says. "We will take formal statements. We will file a report for assault. We will help you request a restraining order today." He turns to Rick. "You will leave with us. You will not return here until this is resolved by law." Rick tries a word. It falls apart. He looks at Nia, then away. There is no hallway left for him to hide in. The short suit steps forward, voice firm and calm. "Per company policy, your access is revoked. Effective now. You will receive notice from HR." He turns to Nia and Lena. "You will get paid time off. We will cover counseling if you want it. We will fix the camera today. We will hold a training session before the lunch shift. Zero tolerance is not a poster. It is a rule." Lena blinks. "Thank you," she says, surprised to hear the right words in the right order. Gino taps the dead camera with his spatula handle. "I'll watch them install it," he says. "I know what fixed is supposed to look like." The EMT checks Nia's wrist one more time. "Keep it clean, keep it dry," she says. "You did everything right." She looks at Lena. "So did you." Nia nods. She is tired, but the tired is clean. It is not the same tired as before. This tired holds a win. Marcus stands a few feet away, hands loose at his sides like a guard who knows the gate is strong now. He never raised his voice. He never needed to. He watches Nia like a man learns a sunrise, with respect, with quiet. The door opens. A man with gray hair and a careful tie steps in. The owner. He looks at the officers, the suits, the broken landline, the new bandage, the way customers stayed even when they could have left. He does not waste the room's time with, "How did this happen?" He knows how. He walks to Nia. "I am sorry," he says. Not big words, true ones. "I did not protect you." He looks at Lena. "Or you." He looks at Gino. "Or your shift." He turns to the tall officer. "We will cooperate fully." Nia studies his face. She hears no spin, only a decision. "Fix the blind spot," she says. "Not just the camera. The culture," he nods. "We will." He pulls a rolled poster from under his arm, still warm from a printer. He unrolls it on the wall by the clock. New letters, big and plain. "Zero tolerance. See something. Say something. We believe you." Under it, a phone number, a QR code, and the white card's small black heart, now printed big enough for everyone to see. The woman in the simple coat is gone, but her mark stays. The tall officer gestures gently. "Ready?" Nia glances at Marcus. He does not step in front of her choice. He never did. He only made space for her choice to matter. "Ready?" Nia says. They take her statement again, slow and clean. Time, place, words, hands, witnesses, camera notes. The map of the night becomes a file with a number that can open doors later. When the officer is done, he signs his name like a seal. "We'll call you today," he says. "You call us if you need anything first." Lena gives her statement. Her voice shakes once, then steadies. "I recorded," she says. "I stayed." The officer thanks her like it is his job, which it is, and like it is human, which it is. Gino goes last. She said no, he says. He kept going. He looks at Rick for a long second without hate, without heat. "Not in my kitchen," he adds and signs. They walk Rick out. He does not fight. He does not speak. The bell gives one small, honest ring. The door closes. The room exhales. The silence he leaves behind does not feel empty. It feels safe. Cal follows with a uniform on each side. The shorter officer nods at Marcus as he passes. Not friendship. Recognition. Two men who understand rules even if they learned them in different schools. The suits start moving chairs, clearing the path to the back hall. Two techs arrive with a ladder and a box, the new eye for the blind spot. The box says recorder plus backup in big black print. The tech with the ladder looks at Gino. "You watching?" "I am," Gino says. "And I'm good at it." The owner unlocks the office and places a folder on the desk. Temporary manager starts at noon. He tells the room, not hiding his decisions. "Lena, you are shift lead until then." Lena startles. "Me? You earned it last night," the owner says. "You and Nia both." Nia's bandaged wrist rests on the counter. For a second, her fingers tremble. Marcus sees it. He does not rush. He sets a cup of water near her hand. "Sip," he says, low enough for only her. She drinks. The water is cold. It tastes like beginning. A few customers come to the counter, not to complain, not to pry, just to speak, a woman with silver hair. "I can give a statement too. I saw how he blocked you." She writes her number and folds it into Nia's palm. The mother from table 4. "My boy needs to know how courage sounds." She touches her heart. "Thank you." The boy lifts his hand like a soldier. "You were brave," he says, serious. "Braver than my cartoons." Nia smiles, soft and small. "Thank you," she says. The smile is not for show. It is for her. Marcus's phone buzzes. Counsel. Restraining order ready to file. "We can courier." He meets Nia's eyes. "Yes? Yes," she says. "Today." He types the answer, then pockets the phone and looks back at her. He lets the room hold the rest. The tech on the ladder calls down, powering the new camera. Now a red light wakes up. It blinks, it holds steady. The hallway is not blind anymore. Lena peels the old out-of-order sticker from the dead camera housing and slaps it on the trash can. "Right place," she says. Gino flips the open sign from glass glow to daylight letters. He points his spatula at the new poster on the wall. "Breakfast special," he jokes. "Eggs, toast, and policy with teeth." The owner laughs once, a short human sound in a room that needs one. "On the house," he says. He means breakfast. He also means the promise. Nia looks down at her wrist. then at the faces that chose to stay, then at the door that betrayed no one this time. She thinks of all the quiet women in quiet places who say no and wonder if it will matter. She wants to send them something they can hold. She steps forward, not onto a stage, but into the light that is everywhere now. Her voice is simple and strong. "Thank you for staying," she says to the room and the camera and the morning. "Thank you for hearing me. If anyone needs this number," she points to the poster, "take a photo. If you see something like this, speak. If you think you are alone, you are not." Lena lifts her phone. "Last take," she whispers. She frames Nia with the poster and the steady red light behind her. She hits record. Marcus watches without touching the moment. He lets it be hers. Nia speaks to the lens in clean words. "This story is not just mine," she says. "It can be yours. It can be your friends. It can be a stranger's at a bus stop. Believe them. Stand near them. Stay." She breathes once, then adds, soft but fierce. "For more stories of strength and justice, subscribe to the Black Girl Narrative. Comment 'I hear you.' Share this so someone finds help faster." Lena stops recording. The room doesn't cheer. It doesn't need to. It holds. The officers shake hands with the owner, nod to Nia, and leave with quiet shoes. The suits step into the office to print new signs. The techs tighten one last screw and climb down. Gino slides a plate to Nia. "House breakfast," he says. "Heavy on pride." She laughs, low and real, and takes a bite. Warm. Good. Marcus finally moves to her side. He does not put an arm around her. He stands close enough for her to lean if she wants. She does for 1 second. The second is everything. Outside, the black SUV is just a car now. The street is only a street. The night did not win. Inside, the bell rings for a new customer. Life steps in with clean shoes. And the hallway at the back, once a trap, is only a hallway. Bright, watched, and honest. End of story. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the Black Girl Narrative and comment "I hear you" to stand with Nia and every voice that says no and means it.